Mr. Antonio was a man who devoted his entire life to his faith. With no wife or children, his world revolved around his religious calling. He spent most of his years serving as a priest in the local church, becoming a steadfast pillar of the community. He was the only child of a Spanish couple. Antonio inherited this charming house built by his parents in the late 1800s on the side of a picturesque hill. From this vantage point, the house offers breathtaking views that captivate the eye from a distance. After his parents' passing, he inherited the home and painstakingly transformed it into the masterpiece we see today. Antonio had a passion for antiques and beautiful art. Every square centimeter of this house is adorned with exquisite furniture, paintings and tapestries, reflecting his deep love for these artifacts. It is believed that he led a very secluded and lonely life, finding comfort in the quiet solitude of his home, where he would often retreat to study and reflect after fulfilling his duties at the church. Upon his passing, with no heirs to claim this beloved home or its treasures, the house was left abandoned for 2 decades. Yet it remains frozen in time, preserved exactly as he left it. As you step into the house, you are transported into Antonio's world. Every room, every artifact whispers his story of his life and passions. Believe us when we say, this is a hidden gem you don't want to miss out on. Welcome back everybody to the Bros of Decay. I am Leslie, like usual behind the camera, Mr. Danny.
Hello everyone.
And we are exploring today again in the country of
Spain.
Yes. We found a house of a Spanish priest named Antonio, completely overgrown and left behind now for almost 2 decades. This place should be insane on the inside. I'm super excited to explore this one. And even the garden around it and the house itself is absolutely magnificent.
I think you can see it on camera, yeah.
Look where we are standing, like literally in the middle of nowhere, inside of a city.
Yeah.
That's a quite serene sight. I love the palm trees and everything that we have over here in this garden as well. And yes, everybody, hidden underneath all that ivy is Mr. Antonio, his house. Wow. I see a room over here though, that looks like it leads into the basement of this place. Let's have a look inside of here. Ooh, very dark. Ooh. First thing that draws my attention is these children's toys that are left here on the ground.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe from relatives, family.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh my God. We have to be careful inside the house.
Yeah.
This floor seems like it's collapsing over here.
Yeah, and the beams are breaking.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it doesn't look safe at all.
Only 20 years of abandonment? This is absolutely crazy. Lots of bottles. Yeah, these bags are completely filled with bottles, as you can see.
Yeah.
Wow. Can we even get there?
No, I don't think we can get there.
Oh, that's a beautiful tapestry. That definitely is a depiction that this man was somewhere
Religious.
something of religion, or that he had something to do with it, or just very religious in general.
Wow.
Also love the construction method of this house. All the rocks exposed like that. Damn, I want to take that tapestry.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. And it's down here.
Yeah. Why is it down here?
Yeah, why is it down here?
That's insane. He was definitely some sort of a heavy drinker, as you can see from all these bottles. There are literally hundreds of bottles left behind in these sacks.
God.
Okay, let's see if we can get inside of the house. Whew. I think I saw something over there.
Sometimes going through these
Oh,
places, it's like
yeah,
jungle.
exactly. It's like you're walking through a literal rainforest.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely the entrance into the house. You can see the broken panel over there. Wow. Oh, nobody has been here for a long time, I think. Even his walking cane is down here. Look at that. Wow. Give me the camera, Danny, then you can go up first inside of the house. Danny already made his way inside. Let's give him the camera. Yep. There you go.
Okay.
And now it's my turn. Oh, I have to be very careful because there's a lot of glass on the ground. Somebody smashed this window at some point.
Yeah.
But that has been a long time ago. Okay.
Inside.
We made it inside of the house of Antonio. And I'm super excited to take you all throughout here and possibly figure out what happened to him and how his life has been led. This looks like a little patio area that we just came in.
Yeah, let me show in more
There's a
detail.
cute little extension of the house.
Yeah.
I think also built later on. See, he was definitely a plant lover. Lots of plant pots standing everywhere. Of course, they have been decaying over the last 2 decades. These were ones of the last ones that he ever planted. But they didn't survive. Oh, that's typical to see in Portugal and Spain. All these plates hanging on the walls. Yeah. Have a look over there, Danny. This ceiling area, or the ceiling is completely caving in of this area.
Oh, you're giving. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can see it. Yeah, it's
That
bending.
electrical pot over there is holding up the whole ceiling, I think, over to this side.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah,
So overgrown, this house.
it's insane. Check out the bathroom. It's also an extension of this house, and I think something that has been built on later to this place. Everything though is still present in this bathroom.
Oh, but looks like it was last used. Everything is still here.
Yeah,
Literally everything.
he took out his shaver, he took out his toilet bag and everything. Oh, his combs are still there. What I always find interesting is that towel still hanging there after 2 decades of abandonment.
I mean, there's always a towel hanging
Yeah,
somewhere.
I understand.
This is, I find more fascinating. Like still everything. Like this is for the face, everything. He had
All his
everything.
products to wash
Even-
himself and groom
even
himself.
to make eyeliner.
Oh
Lipstick.
wow,
Yeah, a pencil.
interesting. And a very small bathtub over here. Wow. Yeah, that's already a very interesting part to start this exploration with. You think this would have also been an area where he would sit regularly, maybe with some seats, stuff like that?
Possibly.
Mhm.
Who knows?
And then we could enter. Oh, one more thing that I just saw in the corner of my eyes. He has washing pins hanging on top of this board, of this
The
plate.
Yeah, holding it on. Yeah.
And it looks like maybe a,
Swiss.
yeah, something German, something Swiss. Okay, here we come into the entrance hall of his house, I think. Wow.
Immediately, so many religious stuff.
Yeah, you could definitely see that this person was a religious figure.
Can you grab that?
This is the Spanish flag, right?
I think, yeah.
Oh, but that's no emblem. That's no crest. It looks like a Spanish flag,
Yeah, it
though.
looks like a Spanish flag, but
Maybe it's just something for football games or something, or would
no,
I always have the
you
crest?
always the crest.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's,
It's
a
like
French
it's
flag.
like having the Portuguese flag with just red and green.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. No. You had this small shrine area, or this how would you call it? In the entrance hall? A table, a side table.
Something.
Yeah. With all these religious
Actually-
depictions on there.
Actually, that's a great question. Like, what would you call this?
It has a
Like-
specific name. For example, a hall tree has a specific name.
Yeah.
What would you call the table that you put in the entrance hall to put ornaments on top of?
Yeah. I don't know.
Me neither.
If you guys know, please let us know because we don't have an idea.
No. But religious depictions, like we said before, everywhere present. This man was a priest, this man was a religious figure, and he had them all over his house. We're gonna see even more throughout this place, of course. Then one thing behind you that I find very interesting. He had this vintage bicycle. here in the hallway for some reason. I think maybe this was his bicycle or it was just a display piece. I'm not sure about that though.
I don't know. It looks very rusty.
Look, there's even football stickers on here.
Yeah.
This looks like a children's bicycle.
Yeah, it does. It's very small, yeah.
Very cool though to have it in the hallway. And right above there, we have a beautiful castle, a depiction of a painting, the beautiful castle, peasants working here, farmers. This piece that you see over here lies right here on the bicycle.
Oh.
It came from here. It fell off.
Oh.
They're all gonna fall off over time. See, they're
Yeah.
detaching from the painting. That's literally what Decay does over the ages. Lovely piece here in the hallway. I think right next to here, I just saw it. Yeah, this is the kitchen area. Wanna have a look?
Yeah. Ooh. Looks rough.
Yeah. After 2 decades, this house is falling apart. I don't know if we should even go there.
No. It looks like it's giving in the middle and it's full of water.
Yeah, it's sinking. Remember when we saw in the basement where we saw the tapestry?
Yeah.
We also saw the roof over there caving in. And I think this is the kitchen area.
Oh, yeah,
That's literally falling
Yeah,
into that space. So that doesn't seem very safe to go. Lovely picture of him. Looks like he's been married here.
Yeah.
Priests can't marry in Spain, right?
No.
I
I think it's only an American thing.
Yeah. So I'm not sure about the story though.
Maybe, I don't know.
A couple of
I have no
magazines
idea.
still lying here. Ooh, what do we have here? Religious depiction. Oh,
Some fabrics.
fabrics and I don't know what it says on there.
Gracio? I
Gracio.
have no idea.
This one you would normally store all your money inside of. There seems to be empty.
Yeah.
And then a wonderful kitchen area over there. Cooktops and everything still left there as well.
This kitchen looks very modern compared to
Yeah.
the rest of the house.
Absolutely. Here we have here we have the first bedroom, I would say. But this one is completely overthrown, unfortunately. Okay. And then over here we come into a wonderful dining area. I saw this one in the pictures and I absolutely adored it, and that's why I wanted to come to this place. Look at the beauty of this room.
Yeah.
This just screams somebody that had some influence of some sort. He had some money,
Yeah.
tapestries everywhere, depictions of people hunting deer.
And this is one of those that it's not like a tapestry, it's like a rug or a
Yeah,
carpet.
exactly.
It's very fluffy.
Fluffy and thick, I would say as well.
Yeah.
It's something you could lay on the floor, but you wouldn't do, of course.
No, this is... It's
Were they
for the
made
wall.
for the wall?
No, yeah, this was for the wall, not
Yeah.
for the floor. It's just made the same as a carpet or a rug. Yeah.
Okay. Have a look at this display cabinet over here. I absolutely adore it. Not for the cabinet itself is also beautiful, but have you seen the insides of it?
Yeah.
It's completely filled with these vintage pictures, as you can see.
Santa Lucia, Portugal.
Oh, wow. I'm starting to believe that this man might not have been a priest because you can see family pictures everywhere.
Yeah.
It's very strange. But these also look like vintage pictures. These look like very old pictures, right?
Yeah, it could be family members, yeah.
Yeah, maybe his former family or his father and mother. Look at this one, for example, Danny. This is a young child. This picture looks about 1950s, 1960s maybe, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe let's look at the
that's
back.
the same girl as
Oh
here.
yeah, look at that.
Right. But this doesn't look like
Maybe
a
it's
wedding?
maybe this is his sister or something.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Who knows?
From what the story goes, Antonio lived in this place alone as a priest. That's literally the story of this house. Look at that. I will show you a couple more.
Yeah, but look at this one underneath.
Oh yeah. Does that look like the same girl to you?
No,
she looks
no.
different.
Doesn't look the same girl at all. What are you going to show?
And then this one, this might have been his mother or something. Oh, one more over here of the same woman, but then with a lovely dog.
Oh,
I have the same dog as at home. Okay.
Crazy.
This already adds some mystery to the story. I'm not sure if I believe the story about this place of Antonio, but we'll try to figure out further throughout the video. Look
Wow.
over here. A bar, as you call it, or a trolley.
Strolly, yeah.
Yeah. This is a beautiful one though. Love the carriage wheels underneath there. There, the champagne bottles would be inside. You even still have a full bottle left here. Golden Negro.
Wow.
Even more. What's inside of there? Oh, there's a plant
It's
inside of here.
liquor. Yeah, it's normal.
Oh, it's very viscous.
Yeah, liquor. Yeah,
The
of
cork
course.
broke off. Oh.
It's been years.
Then even a radio still standing here for them to listen to the latest news. Oh. Oh, wow. This has been made out of some sort of a marble.
Wow, that's beautiful.
You even have the
Definitely.
price.
Oh.
€9.42. In the Palace Resorts, he got this. Probably on
Okay.
vacation.
But he really loved birds.
Yeah. This man lived in this place because he was a fan of nature. He would not come to live in the middle of nowhere here on top of a mountain because you don't love nature. So it's definitely the case. Want to look in this room first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
doesn't open it?
Yeah. Cabinets
Oh,
here
you
to
see
this
a
side.
big cabinet.
And then, this looks like a bedroom that he might have used at the end. Still made bed, the pillow still at the top there. Of course, Danny. Religious depictions in this room. You cannot miss those, of course.
Yeah. But I feel like this bedroom is so perfect and so still that it feels like it was not used.
Okay.
You know, like
Might
a
be
guest
the
bedroom.
case.
I don't know.
That might have been him. That might have been our man, Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he resembles a little bit the picture we saw in the kitchen, but I'm not sure about that though. Hopefully we can see more pictures of, just remember him right now, and hopefully we can see more pictures of him throughout the house and get a better understanding of the story. Underneath here, even there's still a little bit of residue of those spraying beads left behind. The radio still there. The cabinet is still full of, yeah, not full.
Yeah,
Only his
more-
tie is
more
left
empty
here.
than full.
Yeah, more empty than full. Yeah, most of the clothes are not in this cabinet. So.
Yeah, it feels like this is a guest room. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. And then here in the middle of the room, we have the dining table. And I found it very sad to hear that this man would live here alone. So he would literally eat alone at this table that we see over here. What would have been his chair? I have no clue. But he has beautiful chairs around this table, I must say. Beautifully carved, lovely upholstery at the bottom over here. Love the color. Beautiful. And then on the table itself, we have a pestle and mortar left behind. I think he bought this also on vacation. Oh, yeah, some beautiful pieces of porcelain left here. Oh, this vase again with a bird.
Wow, I haven't even seen that. Whoa.
These
That's
plants are
beautiful.
real?
No,
they're
no,
fake.
the roses don't last that long.
No. And also a lovely tea kettle still left here. This one is from Japan.
Yeah,
Beautiful piece. Wanna see?
just showing you better.
Yeah. Okay. Let's now go further to this section of this room. Again, a beautiful, enormous tapestry above here. He was a fan of these tapestries throughout his house. And also in the
yeah.
basement over there we saw it. Yeah, that one was the most impressive. The lady. Made out of plasterwork, I think.
Yep.
Even a couple of pieces of jewelry still left behind in this place. That's a very old picture, right, Danny? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And then the same girl right next to here.
Yeah.
She has something to do with this house. or she was a family member or something like that, but she comes back so many times in this place. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, look at that doorway of the cabinet.
Oh, you're talking about that?
Yeah, no, this one as well. This one's pretty cool. With all the
Oh.
glasses inside of here.
Yeah.
But actually I was talking about the one right next to there.
Oh, you said
love-
door. I thought you were talking about.
Is this not a door?
What?
Is this not a door?
No,
What is it then?
it's a painting.
Oh, it's a
just
painting.
It just fell down from there.
Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. It's beautiful though. Look at that.
And it's real. It's on a canvas.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then all the glasses over here are still left in the display cabinet. All the crystal glasses that he used for when people came over. Look at the cabinet, it opens from the side, Danny.
Oh wow, that's unique.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And here, I think this, if I'm not mistaken, this was to serve ice cubes or something like that.
Yep. Ice cubes.
Oh,
Wow, that's.
that's a beautiful grasper.
Whoa, never seen one like that.
Let's put this nicely back inside of here. Yeah, that's definitely a wonderful cabinet.
Yeah.
And all in the same style of the furnishings that we see again throughout the house. Very typical to see in these houses where people had money. Maria, always present in the house. Then we have a couple of plates still left here. These look like Asian antiques again,
Yeah, China.
made in Japan.
Japan, okay.
Yeah, hand painted, made in Japan. Love those ones above there as well. They look again more southern, more Portuguese, more Spanish.
Yeah.
I forgot to point out his back over here. What's inside of there? Bullets.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, there's a bullet in here. Look. Yeah. You might have had the hobby of hunting.
I don't know.
I wouldn't see a priest hunting though.
Yeah, me neither.
Strange. There's one more room over to that side that we forgot to show. You can go inside first, Annie.
Again, a big wardrobe.
Yeah. Let me see if this one holds something. Because the other one didn't. No.
No, again, empty.
Empty.
Let me see on this side.
A
Bed
couple
linen.
of things, but nothing like that would
Yeah,
say that somebody
clothes,
lived in this
yeah.
place or lived in this room. Oh, the first thing I see is here on the bed. That's his name, Antonio Gomez. And what does it? It says 78 years here.
Yeah. Faleceu el día. He died in the 1st of September.
This is his death note?
Yeah, it says faleceu. So I
No,
think
you're
it's,
joking me.
No, and it's from a funeral home. You see?
This is his death note?
Most likely, yes.
No, Danny.
No, yeah, it is.
Oh my
you
God.
see, a mortuary house. Yes, it is.
So we just found the death note of the person that lived inside of this place. That's something absolutely crazy. Have we ever found that before?
Yeah, I think, was it America? There was like the
Oh,
little
yeah.
things.
Oh yeah, I will link that video up here. Yes. But this one is like a very
Yeah,
big
this
one.
one is a big one. It's like an announcement. Whoa.
And then the only person that lived this place. So Antonio got to the age of 78 years old. Okay, I'm literally baffled for a moment.
Yeah, it's strange. Especially strange to find that inside this house.
Yeah, like who must have placed that here? That must have definitely been the family.
Family member, yeah.
Yeah. Love this room though.
Yeah, the bed is like.
Very typical. These pillars, I always say it. These hand-carved pillars,
Yeah.
probably. The nightstand in the same shape. This one has also a picture of him, I think.
I don't know if it's him.
No, this
I don't
one
know.
looks a little bit different than the one.
Yeah. Maybe he had a brother or something.
Yeah.
It looks like.
It looks
but
like
it's-
him, yeah.
It's not him, I think.
Yeah. Maybe his father.
Probably. Who knows?
And then a religious depiction as well above there. And then we come into a pretty insane room inside of this house. I was literally baffled when I saw this one.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like it should be inside of this place. This room is like from a palace or a castle or something, but no, it's inside of his house, of Antonio, his house. Just the furnishings alone are already pretty incredible.
True.
This cabinet, for example, Danny, I love it, but unfortunately, as you can see down there, termites have been digging holes inside of it, and dust and sawdust of it is falling out. Wow, there's pictures inside of it.
Yeah.
Look, it's being held closed, or this robe is here for decorations. We just take. Oh yeah, think I can. Yeah, I can open it like that. Oh, let's have a look at this one. These ladies are doing some sort of a parade, I think.
Yeah.
Or a dance or something like that.
Oh my god, these photos are so old.
These ones, they are definitely beginning 19th century. Wow. 20th century, excuse me. Nothing on the back anymore, unfortunately. Let's see all the pictures that we have in here.
Those look like the Beatles.
Yeah, you're not joking. It is not.
I don't know if it's the Beatles, but they look like it.
They look like it, yeah. These are maybe the brothers. And then this picture, this young man. Nothing on the back though. Here they're having a dinner party. Does it look like it's inside the house?
Not really.
No. And then a military picture next to it as well. Was Spain actually included in the Second World War? I think they were.
so.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Portugal was not, but Spain was,
Yeah,
right?
Portugal was pushed because of England.
Ah, okay.
Because we have the oldest treaty in the world.
1944 it says on here. So this is definitely a picture from the Second World War. Wow. Also love the porcelain pieces inside of here. This one, for example, absolutely beautiful. Let's close this one back up neatly with the rope right over it, like that, to hold it close. And then over here we have a beautiful corner. First I want you to focus on that tapestry above there. It looks like some Middle Eastern market, somewhere in Yemen or Afghanistan or Syria. Absolutely beautiful. Selling some rugs over there.
Yeah.
Again, one of those fluffy ones. I just want to touch it without my glove on. Oh,
Yeah,
feels
it looks
really
like
good.
a rug. Yeah, looks like a rug.
Oh, I
Feels
want
like
one
a
of
rug.
these.
Yeah.
Definitely had a passion for those. And underneath it, have you seen this sofa?
It's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy.
It's one of the craziest sofas I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too. Definitely. Look how the tapestry just bends
Yeah.
and forms corners over here. This must have taken like forever to create. Now I just want to test how good it sits. Yeah, this one is actually really nice to sit
Yeah?
on. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Want to have a sit with me, Daddy?
Yeah, sure. Let's have a sit.
Just,
Oh yeah.
what's your honest opinion of this one?
Oh, it's very comfortable. I mean, I wouldn't have this in my house, but it's very comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, I can bet. I would have this in my house.
Lot number 8.
So probably they
So
were
probably this was in like some sort of
auction.
Yeah, like sharings between people. That's why they put this. It's like you have number 8, I'll have number 7.
But they never took it.
That's always the sad part about these things. People never take their things, especially photos.
They shouldn't be left behind. Like we
No.
always see it. We always go throughout these abandoned places. Everywhere there are pictures left in these places. And it's not like there's just 1 or 2 pictures. Sometimes we just find stacks and stacks
Yeah.
of them, like in this place.
Like for example in America, that house we saw,
Yeah.
like hundreds,
I will link it up
thousands
here.
of photos.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Let me give
It's
you
crazy for us because we can see them, but it's also crazy because they're there.
Yeah, exactly. They shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
Absolutely
at all.
not. Whoa, look how beautiful these glasses are still stacked here after that time.
Be careful, please. Oh my god.
This reminds me of like a wedding or something. Have they been standing here like this for 20 years without falling over?
Most likely.
That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna close this very carefully. I don't want to be the one who knocks those over.
Yeah, please. Be
Okay.
careful.
And even more pictures left up here. Look at that. The man holding the baby. I don't know. I cannot remember his face correctly.
I have no idea.
The same ladies in that parade or something. Are they holding the Portuguese? No, it's the Spanish flag, right?
No. It's just a religious
Just a
thing.
religious thing. Ah, okay. Even more glasses down here. I want to open this section because this is normally the liquor section of this
Yep.
cabinet.
Can you open it?
Yeah. Empty.
Sadly.
Oh, it's not that I love it, but look at that. The part of the cabinet has completely fallen out.
Oh yeah. Decay. Oh yeah.
It's falling
water.
apart. It's absorbing the water from the wall. Crazy. Even a spider web forming over here. And then again another tapestry behind there. But this one is also absorbing that water from the wall. I think there's a leak somewhere in the ceiling or in the roof.
Yeah, most likely. You can also see it in the.
Yeah.
Is that paint or wallpaper? I don't even know.
I think this is wallpaper. Yeah, this is wallpaper.
It feels like paint.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I also thought it was paint, but it's actually wallpaper. And this chair has seen some damage. This beautiful chair.
Yeah.
They probably spent a fortune on purchasing this one.
Oh yeah.
Here on the coffee table, we have another couple of cool pieces. Example, this vase over here. And then, a cigar box as well.
Oh.
Tobacco. What's that?
Cuba.
Oh, made in Havana, Cuba. Now I really wish that there was one. Mostly they're... Oh!
Oh.
I wanted to say mostly they're empty. Jeez, I want to have a look at this one.
Is it real?
I think it's a real Cuban cigar. Yeah, it is. It's still even in its holster. Or how do you say this?
I have.
That...
Bleh.
Danny doesn't like
I
that.
hate cigars.
I think it's not bad with a nice whiskey sometime.
No.
No?
No.
You
I
wouldn't do it?
hate smell. I hate
That's-
tobacco. I hate all that.
Yeah, the man was somebody who enjoyed life. See, another army picture or in a uniform. Looks more like the Marine though. Yeah. What do we have on here? 1958.
Yeah. I cannot read that. It's
Too cursive.
too cursive. Yeah.
Yeah. We've only done half of this room and I'm already baffled by the things we
Yeah.
saw.
Can I just point out the curtains?
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely. The curtain holders you mean as well over here,
yeah,
right?
everything.
The pink and then the white ones in there. But you also have to look here. The plants are already, can you see this? Yeah. The plants are already taking over the outside of this house. You also saw it in the drone shots.
Yeah.
And there's like flowers growing everywhere.
Yeah. Again, one house in Spain, completely overgrown.
Yeah,
By
exactly.
nature.
A lot of houses in Spain are completely overgrown
Yeah,
by
yeah.
nature. Definitely check out the Spain playlist over
Yeah.
here. We already have a couple of houses in there that are completely overgrown.
Again, Spanish houses are a bit different, so yeah, definitely
absolutely.
check it out.
Here we got a little bit more plainer chairs, but still very beautifully upholstered. Really love them. If he lived alone in this place, why did he need so many chairs in this room?
Guests.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he was he was the religious figure of the town, so he probably had a lot of influence and a lot of people came over to visit him. Oh, this one's nice, but it has been repaired a couple of times.
Can I just point out one thing because
Sure.
it's really strange. Like, have you seen that side and this side? They're very different. This is more old. It's a bit more modern. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just something of me, but
No, it's true, but that side looks very elegant, I would say.
yeah,
Very decorated. And this side also looks a little bit more plainer.
yeah,
It's
It's
you have a
modern.
good eye for it, Danny.
yeah. Like the living room is divided in two.
Yeah, exactly. You have a beautiful plate standing here as well. I bet this one is Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet this one is Portuguese. There's nothing
have
on the back,
anything.
unfortunately.
I don't know.
Looks very Portuguese to me, though. But I'm not an expert. Lovely display cabinet underneath there as well. Two angels on the wall, playing a flute and playing the violin. And I love this painting.
Oh my god.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
real.
definitely real.
Yeah, the name is on the left corner down here. You see?
It says it Miguel? Because it
No,
also
Mew.
because it says Miguel over here.
It's Miguel.
Miguel.
The U you don't read. At least in Portuguese you don't
No.
read the U.
In Dutch we read it, so that's why I say it like that. That depicts two young boys playing in the garden of their house with their dogs. It's beautiful. I love it. This would be my house when I get older. Like in the middle of nowhere. Small little tiny house.
But it's a beautiful painting, and especially that it's original and just here.
Have you also looked at the...
Yeah, the frame is
around it?
beautiful. The frame makes the painting pop up so much.
Yeah.
I love it. Sometimes I wish I could just take things.
Yeah,
out of,
me too.
we never do it, but
Yeah.
things like this should be safe because this is original. This is not like a fake painting.
No,
You can
no.
literally see like the paintbrush.
Yeah. That's insane.
Sad. Very
Underneath
sad.
there, again, one of those similar upholstery chairs. Really looks lovely. A cabinet to display things. Not much in there anymore. Then over to here, to this side. Again, a similar chair left behind. And above it, yet another beautiful painting. Wow. And I love the frame of this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it, even more than the other one. It's the frame that
It's
pops out
different.
the most. Yeah, it's
It's
different. Yeah. A built-in cabinet over to this side with these beautiful big glass doors opening up to showcase all the wonderful things that he had inside of here. Unfortunately, it's not much anymore these days, but
Yeah,
still
but you
there's
see
some
it's a lot
wonderful
of
things.
China and Japanese things.
Yeah. Wow. That's some impressive things. Look at the wonderful room of our Mr. Antonio. This is definitely a room. This is definitely
His room.
Yeah, his room. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say here. Like we said before, the other rooms looked very plain. This one still has everything left in here of Antonio. You literally feel life inside of this room.
I just have to point out because I haven't.
You want to
shown
start
it.
with that one? Absolutely. The chandelier hanging here in the middle of the room. The crystals. I love the blue and white contrast. Looks beautiful. And the spider webs have taken it over. What kind of metal is this? Is this sort of a brass?
Just
Silver?
copper, iron. I don't know.
I'm not sure though. Wonderful. Have a look. Let's start in this corner of the room first. We have his bag still lying here again, completely filled with like papers and everything still in here. You know, Danny, one thing that we haven't found in this room yet, in this house yet, that baffles me is a Bible. Like, if you're a priest, why is there no Bible in the
True.
house?
True.
This is very mysterious to me. Okay, let's go further. Does it say here? Is this a...
It's the military identification card.
Oh, military identification card.
Yeah, you see here?
Yeah, I see it, yeah.
Military.
Carte
Carta
militar
militar de
identidad.
identidad, yeah.
And this is a letter directed to our Mr. Antonio. Wow, 1983. Written on a typewriter. And here we made a sketch.
Les,
Yeah?
can I just interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Is this his ring?
No way. Is this a wedding ring?
No,
Can you-
it doesn't feel like a wedding ring. Can you show it better
Yeah.
on your finger? Can you show the front part, yeah, it doesn't seem like a wedding ring.
But this is definitely his ring. Wow.
Crazy.
I'm just looking inside of here if I can see something. It says YR inside, so I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
Wow, his ring, his death note, everything of this man is still in here. We have a sketch of some sort of a palace left here. Yeah, we've seen this man before a couple of times.
Yeah.
This is
That's an
definitely
old
him.
big,
That was probably in the military identification card.
oh yeah, most likely, yeah.
Seems like
Because
it.
that looks, he looks younger.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, even more pictures left over here. Praying beads, Jerusalem it says over here. And then 2 pictures of these people. Looks like Antonio, maybe family, who knows. His wallet, everybody. Here he did have some religious depictions though.
Yeah.
Oh, this cabinet, this nightstand is still completely filled with all his shoes, as you can see. Trying to open it, but I cannot open it. Insane. The bed still completely made. The pillow still at the end. Wonderful bed frame as well. We see over here. You can see here at the end, there are even more documents and pictures left of him. Wow. 1944 it says over here. I don't know what are they about any. Ministry or something?
Yeah. Collapse door.
Yeah, it's very difficult, I understand.
El Coronel, this is something military. El Coronel.
Yeah.
Cardinal.
Even more pictures, military
The army.
pictures left in here. Mr. Antonio must have definitely been in the war. Maybe after the war he became a priest or something. Oh, looks very handsome here. Handsome young man. And here they're getting married. Wow. Oh, this is also a beautiful upholstery chair.
And the only one in this house. Very
Yeah.
different.
Very different, yeah. His vanity. You can see, it's the same one as we saw as the military identification picture.
Yeah,
Very difficult
yeah.
word to say. Oh, I love this one as well. It gives a nice vibe of these young guys chilling in the park at some point. Even more pictures left over here. Wow. So many left in this place. This one is from 2006. What?
Don't tell me that this is grave. No,
No.
okay, no, it's not.
Okay.
I don't think it's not. I don't think it
I hope it's not. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, here we get a closer look at it. No,
No, it's
okay.
not.
Okay, luckily that's not his grave.
At least it's not his name there.
Jeez. Even his brush to apply the shaving cream and everything. Still standing here in his vanity. Probably he would sit here in the morning on his chair, washing, making himself and doing his beard and everything. Wow. That really lets me to relive his life. And yeah, like we said before, this cabinet is still filled with all the clothes of his. As you can see, all his clothing is still in here. Ooh. This is also falling apart.
Yeah. Look at that. Looks like it was reconstructed or something because it looks like there's a door behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the paint.
And here his
all
television
falling
would
off.
have been. Yeah. Oh. Look at the curtain that we have in this room as well, Danny.
Yeah.
Love the curtain holder.
Matches the chair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got it. Got to just hold it up next to it. But have a look. It's exactly the same material.
Yeah.
So they probably used this material to upholster this chair. Interesting. And I can see another room behind here. It looks like some sort of a patio. Oh. Oh. Yeah, some place that you could sit and just enjoy and
Yeah.
overlook the land. He had one chair over there.
Nothing much.
Nah,
I feel like this is just a sunroom.
nah, exactly. Lovely. Let's relapse on the story of this place because it's a very strange one. The story goes that Antonio lived here alone, and I can see that from this house. He was definitely alone, but I'm not sure if he was a priest though, looking at the pictures and everything that's inside of here. But it could have been. We are not entirely sure about that. What are your thoughts about it, Danny?
I'm not sure if he was a priest at all. Like, the house looks more of kind of a richer person.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like, definitely lived alone.
Yeah.
Definitely had a lot of guests, but I don't know if he was a priest.
It's a strange story.
Yeah.
And we have not figured it out, and we're not going to figure it out. There's not enough stuff to figure it out, but...
Yeah, there's not a lot of papers. Yeah,
no,
that's true.
A very, very interesting house to explore though, and I'm really happy that we documented the life of Antonio. I hope he had a beautiful life, living to 78 years old. It's a nice age. And yeah, it was a wonderful house to document. If you all liked it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write a nice comment down there. Danny, his link is in the description for his channel.
Thank you, my friend.
Also check that out. And if you want to see more of us going to these places and exploring around the world, there's a link in the description for Patreon. There you can support us. I'm gonna sign off, and we'll see you next week in another amazing episode. Bye bye.